Welcome to the NAPA Auto Care Georgia podcast, brought to you by the Atlanta NAPA Business Development Group. Here is your host, Adah Grace.
Hello, NAPA Auto Cares. Welcome to the NAPA Auto Care podcast. I have Chad Wilson here with me today. What's happening at headquarters?
Oh, not much. Today I was just going to go over what we talked about in the board meeting for the month to give everybody a little bit of insight, and if they have any questions or want to reach out with anything that we're currently trying to accomplish, they'll have a little bit of info to go on. Our board meetings usually start with approving the previous month's minutes, and I'm going to try to make it where every month I will go over what we did in the board meeting. I don't have last month, so I'm not even going to try. It was pretty much the same thing, just we don't have a lot of variation. It's just steps towards goals. So one of the things that we've been working heavily on is an insurance program. It is a payroll-based health insurance, vision, dental, human resources, 401k, life insurance plan that is going to be opened up nationwide. It is in the process. They're building everything for it currently, all the websites and everything, but it is a cost-effective way for auto cares to get health insurance and everything else I already mentioned, the payroll and HR and vision, dental, retirement, 401k, life insurance. It'll give you the capabilities to have that in your shop no matter the number of employees you have, no matter age of the employees. That's a big factor a lot of shops are struggling with because they'll have a couple older employees and that will skew the health insurance for everyone else. Health insurance is typically calculated based off of age, is my understanding. I am not an insurance person, so some of this information might not be right. We are going to reach out to an outside insurance person in the future and try to get their insight on some of this.
Yes.
So hopefully they'll be able to offer some insight on the benefits of health insurance in the workplace. Another thing we've been working on is trying to get more training. We do have some upcoming training. Brakes is the next one. Sounds very generic, but it's really good if you have general service techs or technicians that need to understand run out and things like that in brakes. April 23rd through the 25th at headquarters and April 30th through May 2nd at the DC. Enroll them. You have a deposit to hold your spot in the class, but you get the deposit refunded once they complete the course, so it's free. Normally would be $700 per student. So that's pretty awesome. I know it's hard sometimes to let somebody go for a couple days, but the benefits you're going to get out of this training make them more efficient and self-sufficient. You can't go wrong with it. We also have HVAC coming up May 28th through May 30th at headquarters, June 4th through June 6th at the DC. Again, it's a deposit to hold your spot, and then you get that refunded upon completion. Another $700 normally. You'll save it. Your technician, you're coming up on the HVAC season, which I hate it when people say that because you have to do HVAC all the time.
Yeah.
Like it never goes away. But you do see more of it in the summer, and to have technicians that are proficient and understand how the different systems work, they bug systems and have them diagnose them. They use actual equipment, and they're working on full systems where they can see the entire thing on stands. So to be able to understand evaporators and condensers and various compressors and how they all work with pressure switches and these things, it's very important for these kids to learn this stuff. So get them in there. Let them learn it. I shouldn't say kids. I don't know they're kids. They could be my age. But then we have electrical. This is one I think is really good because it goes into Ohm's law and various things. I don't think it goes as deep as scoping, but it gets into DVOM and a lot of different electrical systems and how to use your scanner with a DVOM. Those classes are August 27th through the 29th at headquarters, September 3rd through the 5th at the DC. The other thing I want to talk about is kind of a little bit of a strange one for me. I'm not a big social media guy. I have it for my business, and I pay somebody to do that. But as the business development group, we're trying to figure out the best way to communicate things to you. It's one of the reasons we started this podcast, is to give a short, roughly 10-minute thing that you can listen to gather information of the goings on in the NAPA Atlanta BDG. So if you would like to reach out to us and let us know, do you want us to use Facebook? Do you want us to continue the podcast? Do you want us to use our website? There's all kinds of ways to do it. If you've got some other idea, like you're like, I'd really like a letter or something, whoever still does that, let us know. Those are things that we are trying to figure out right now is the most efficient, effective way to get information to you guys. Also, don't forget about your tech schools. A lot of the high schools in the area have tech programs that you can use for everything from marketing to technicians, service advisors, business plans, all kinds of things. And reach out to these schools and start taking advantage of what they have. You'd be surprised at the capacity that these students have. That's who we're sitting here at Hart County High School. We're doing the podcast. 3 students here, and they do a phenomenal job. And they're not that expensive. So reach out, figure out how much their teacher is going to charge you, and go from there. Here, they're doing it purely for the experience. So reach out to your schools, use them, their tech programs. There's all kinds of things available now. Georgia's doing a pretty good job at it. I would say most of the schools I've been involved with do far above and beyond what I would expect, and things that I wish had been here when I was actually at this school. So if you have anything else, just reach out to us and let us know. And that's it for me.
If you have any questions about what we discussed today, contact napabdg@gmail.com. Well, that's it, folks. Come back for another episode next week. Thank you.